Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome today to a combo tutorial video involving the water deck and how I adapted it to the current metagame. And the reason why I decided to play this deck is because I think it does what other combo Eldlich deck can't, and that is it can play around Nibiru. So I'm gonna show you a 2-card combo with Minstrel Dragoons, and there's various other variations of this combo that I can show you as well. But the most basic is Minstrel Dragoons. So what you do is you go Minstrel, dump Dragoons and itself, look at your opponent's hand, and you just rip the Nibiru out of their hand. You have to keep in mind we're in a 15 hand trap format. Everyone is maining 15 hand traps, or at least 9 to 15. So if you go Minstrel Dragoons, they can't really respond to you. They have to Gamma Minstrel, I guess, and then have an Astro Dragoons. That's the only way. Or maybe if they DD Crow Dragoons here, it would hurt. But it depends on the rest of your hand too. So anyways, you would go Minstrel Dragoons, you rip a hand trap out like Nibiru. You would search Diva. Oh, the other thing you should keep in mind is that this deck is really strong because a lot of people are playing Ghost Mourner, and that card is really bad for a heavy normal sign deck like water, and that's why I decided to play water as well, is because if you think about this deck, it is really good at it doesn't get interrupted by Ghost Mourner. It doesn't get interrupted by I'm trying to think of Nibiru, because you always search Nibiru. You always search a way to out Nibiru before your 5th summon. So those hand traps that are prevalent in the meta, it just doesn't lose to. But anyways, you could go Diva stump Neptibus jump Dragoons for cost to add another Dragoons, and then Dragoons on resolution will add you Moon Glacier. So you start off with 2 cards and you just went +2. You have 2 cards on the field and 2 cards in hand. Then you go link these 2 into Noodle Fiber, and then you would summon 1. And then on resolution, you have 5 waters in the grave exactly. So you would just summon Moon Glacier in defense mode, so you don't lose the Lightning Storm and then lose your battle phase. You rip 2 cards out of their hand now, so they have 2 cards left in their hand, and it can be it can be whatever, and you just rip 2 cards out. Then you do the standard Noodle combo with VFD and draw 2. So you go Oridon, summon these tokens, you summon the Despot back. You go Oridon this into Jet. Or sorry, into O-Line. And then you just do the whole Rose Maiden VFD combo that everyone has been seeing. So you summon the Rose Maiden, trigger O-Line to summon a token, Maiden, and the Despot into Coral. And Coral, the thing is, Coral is a water monster, so it's really nice so that it can trigger your Atlanteans. And then Crocosaurus is also water, so it actually has a good synergy, I guess. If you when you try to break apart boards, you can easily plus off them. Anyways, here you get Coral and Croc to draw 2. So you just draw 2 random cards. I drew average, which is just, I guess, auto, it's just insane. But anyways, you summon Coral, and then you just make VFD. So what do you accomplish at the end of all of this was you went draw 2, hand loop 2, and you ripped out a card out of their hand to play. You play through Nibiru, all of this. All right, so I mean, yeah, it's just insane. If you have Avarice as well, you'll have you'll draw 2 more cards, so you'll have 4 cards in hand off 2 cards and these 2 monsters. And then VFD is really crazy because it protects your Moon Glacier from getting attacked or beat up, so that you don't lose your battle phase and you kill them the next turn with a 2800 beater and a 3000 beater, and then you just normal summon anything and then win the game. So now we'll go into the next variation of this combo. So let me show you. So now this is essentially what one Neptibus does. So if they have Nibiru or Ghost Mourner, this is how you beat them. So you go Neptibus jump Dragoons, add Dragoons, and then Dragoons adds Minstrel. And then you go Minstrel, jump Dragoons and itself to look at your opponent's hand, and then Dragoons would search you Lapis, and then when Lapis is searched, you can special summon her. But in this one, keep in mind, we ripped out a hand trap out of the opponents already, and then we just go standard Noodle combo. The only problem with this is that you can't hand loop them, but you still draw 2 and VFD, as you can see. So that was pretty OP. So it's gonna be the same standard combo. So I'll just like speed it up, and I'll skip a couple of steps. But let me just show you what it looks like. Summon this O-line this, summon one back, Maiden, summon Coral because of these two, link these off, draw two, banish, summon, and then there it is. That's VFD, draw two, off one at Neptibus. It's insane. Like, if I think about it, it's a better Jet Synchron. That's why I think this deck is just like better. But if you, yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. It's like a better Jet Synchron. Like, this normal summon was insane. Like, look at this. What? You're telling me off one Neptibus, I just did exactly what the Jet Synchron did, except I can play through Handtrap. It's just insane. So now the other iteration of this combo is, there's like so many. So let me show you another iteration. I mean, this hand is FTK. I mean, this is just like a random test hand, but Midbreaker Field, Minstrel Dragoons is FTK. And Avarice 2, that's just like in super FTK. This plays through like probably like infinite hand traps. You negate. This means that you can't get Veilered or Imperm. Minstrel means you can't get Ash because you rip the Ash before you search off Dragoons, which is on resolution. I mean, you just can't get Nibiru. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's just, you just win, to be honest. And so yeah, let me just show you another iteration of this combo. So what you're gonna do is, if you have Infantry and Diva, so this is the 2-card combo, but it's also a 1-card combo. Diva itself is a 1-card combo, but if you want to play through hand traps, then Infantry is really good. So what you do is you go normal Infantry. Infantry is a passive effect unless you get another normal summon, so you normal Diva. If you get hand trapped on Diva here, you can just make Noodle Fiber and then go VFD, draw 2. Or if this doesn't get interrupted, then Infantry is just like a free extra body. And then, so, like, this is just like an extra extender. Just, like, keep in mind, Infantry Diva or Infantry Neptibus is like, pretty decent. But, anyways, Diva. So, let's say you just open up Diva. So, Diva would summon Neptibus. Neptibus would dump Dragoons, add Dragoons. And then Dragoons would add Minstrel. And so now you can then, at this point, you go Minstrel Dragoons. You look at their hand. You you rip out whatever is the problem. And then you add Moonglacia. And then you just link these two away. And then all of a sudden you have Noodle Handloop for 2. That's off 1 VFD. Like off 1 VFD. I'm sorry, off 1 Diva. That's what it does. Handloop for 2 and then just Moonglacia. So that's pretty much it in terms of like combos that I have today. But like I said, this deck is something that I've been really enjoying. I think it's actually like a really good meta call right now. Like, I know there's like the Dino combo deck that's also out there. There's like the Synchro Eldlich build, the Adamant Space in this build. And the reason why I like this is because if you just Minstrel, not like gives you so much knowledge of your hand. It's a Red Lotus on your turn. It's just like insane. Like, you know exactly how to like play around stuff, and it's the only deck that can consistently play through Nibiru, or like any hand trap really. But yeah, Diva alone is full combo. Diva by herself, it's Handloop for 2, draw 2, rip a card off your opponent's hand through Minstrel and VFD off 1 Diva. But if you want to play around hand traps, you would go normal Infantry and then normal Diva. So if you get Ash or Imperm on Diva, then you can then link these two away into Noodle Fiber, and then just like destroy, and then just make Noodle, and then you do the same thing. You do, once you get to Noodle, you get draw 2 VFD, but you already baited out 1 hand trap at this point. So like this normal summon and then summoning Diva is just insane. So yeah, but I always think about this in relation to like, what is this compared to like, let's say like Dinos, right? Like, well, I think about it in terms of like, yo, Minstrel is like another miscellaneous stories, but it's just as busted. Like, Diva is a way better normal summon than Overraptor, because if Overraptor, right, gets, let's say, if Overraptor searches you Miss, right? But Diva searches you Minstrel because it summons Neptibus, and then Neptibus gets you Minstrel. So like, at the end of the day, it's just like, Good. Yeah, of course. Yeah, if you normal summon infantry, yeah, you can definitely get like hand trap on the infantry, and then you could lose if they already have like the imperm. But this is usually just for playing around Ash on the diva. So that's the thing for sure. And no, some people also think you just straight up break when you do go infantry. So that's like also pretty decent. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it on in terms of combo tutorial video that I have. Those are like the 3-4 iterations of this deck. But yeah, guys, without further ado, thank you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your comments in the comment section below, your thoughts on water in the current metagame, and if there's anything you would change about it. Anyways, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.